So I have both. Ta-da. Tonight. Helga, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm trying to find what to discuss tonight. Um, so I thought of playing again online Koopathlon for about 40-50 minutes. Let's play with Mario because I remember you just said that you want me to play Mario, and yeah, my father said that you would like me to. That's what I mean. So yeah, I'll play with Mario. It's okay. Okay, we have something here I would like to discuss. I think it's okay with. As I said, I always choose my topics live on the camera. I never script my videos. So we'll go worldwide. So I have a video here. He died and God showed him hell. You need to hear this. It's 15 minutes, so we can discuss this as I am playing. And yeah, you can keep up with my gameplay as well. So we are in rank 2B, right? So that's good. Okay. Oh god, I love this game. I love this game. Fucking love this game. So um okay. Fuck. Please find me a game, please. Okay, they found the game. Okay, my prayers have been answered. So let's see what this asshole is trying to say. Just a friendly reminder for every Isaiah Saldivar out on this planet Earth. Guys, when even in false prophecy, I think, like, I don't know how to put it, like, my father is laughing already, so right, I mean, okay, I get it, you wanna be a false prophet, that's okay, it's not my problem, it's your problem. If you wanna be, you do you, I do me, that's what I mean, okay. But apart from that, what I'm trying to say is, even in false prophecy, you can actually have some boundaries and some limits and be like, you know what, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm talking too much about health, for example. Speak about something else. Speak about something else. It's very, very easy. Not again these games. I hate them. No, 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 no. Anyways, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, you have them all the time. Like, I don't want to preach about health, but I have to. Okay, I get it. You have a boss. The boss wants you to preach about health. It's not your choice. I get it. Like, can't you speak about other topics as well? Like, all the topics you do about God are always full of toxicity and hatred, and I get it, this is your God. Like, if he wasn't toxic and all that type of shit, he wouldn't even be Zeus. I don't know if that makes sense to you. It does make sense enough to me, but like, I have noticed that, like, you do exactly the same things all over and over again. Like, don't you have other things to discuss? Anything, literally anything. Like, I discuss about multiple topics all the time. I discuss about literature. I discuss about uh, like soap operas. I discuss about this. If you want me to speak about only about God, okay, about God, I say everything. Old Testament, New Testament. I have a personal preference with the Old Testament, but that doesn't stop me from speaking about the New Testament as well. Doesn't stop me speaking about uh, the epistles of Paul, for example. Doesn't stop me doing anything and everything. That's what I mean. So, I seriously have an issue with this. I really, really do. I think, like, if even that's what I want to say. Like, even in false prophecy, I think when you repeat yourself too much, sometimes, like, guys, I think I think you are not even quoting Zeus after one point. I think you are just quoting yourselves. Like, you even fail to be proper false prophets. That's what I mean. And yeah, I know that sounds ironic. It's not. The truth is, it's not. Like, it's actually some question that I have. Like, I'm not making any sense. Seriously. Okay, I'm doing horribly because I suck at these games and I don't like them as well, and I don't find them enjoyable and all that type of shit. Fuck my life, I am 19. I'm fucking 19. Anyways.
Okay, I stumbled upon this video on YouTube. This is by, let me make sure I get the name right, Raven and Dove Ministries. And just for a warning here, the first couple seconds is complete clickbait. The reason why I even watched this video was because of clickbait. He said, hell's a party. I'm like, what does this guy think he is? What is he saying? And I realized it was clickbait to get people to watch, and it worked. So just so you know, the first like minute is complete clickbait. But
So, Isaiah Saldivar and your kin, everybody that is like you. So you promote a preacher who is using clickbait in his videos to get views, to have some people to watch it. Guys, what type of people are you? Like, honestly, sometimes I even question my reality with you. Like, you are absolutely unbelievable. I know, like, when a murders a person. My father says, Helga, do you how's that how's that called? Do you listen to them as if they are murderers? Yes, that's how they sound to me. Yes, 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 yes. Because you can't tell me, like, with a straight, serious face. Okay, 16th, nothing. You can't tell me with a serious face, seriously, that you are promoting a preacher who is doing clickbait. It's okay, his testimony is correct. Not even his title, his video is truth. It's a lie, it's a fucking lie. My father is laughing. Like, the title is a clickbait, that means it's a lie. And he uses lies to talk about Yahweh, and you are okay with that, and you think that his testimony is gonna be not a lie. In what sense? Like, I'm copying the phrase of my ex. In what sense actually would he not lie in the rest of the video? Like, I'm not making any sense with this. You are absolutely unbelievable.
I'm saying hell is a party, but I do want to share this testimony. This is a near-death experience that he had where he literally saw hell, and interestingly enough, the way he describes the demons is something that I had similar in an open-eyed vision, or I guess an out-of-body experience many, many years ago, seeing demons tormenting people in hell. But let's watch this video, let's react
Isaiah,
to it.
You haven't seen anything.
Covered a lot of
You're a
near-death experiences
liar.
on the channel. Guys, hell is no joke, it is no game. It's a real place. The idea that billions of people are there right now in torment is hard to fathom, hard to grasp, but it's biblical, and Jesus warned people about hell everywhere he went. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's watch and react to this video.
Hell is literally just a big party. Like,
I lost for a moment. I only lost for a moment. Fuck my life. So Isaiah said something that I really have to touch on. Isaiah Saldivar, I was a mystic, I am a prophet. I've never seen in an open vision demons like you have. I have seen some, not manifestations, visions, let's put it that way, of the devil. But I never expand on this on my channel or on my posts or anywhere, to be fair, because it doesn't really matter. I don't think it matters. I'm not doing that. I'm doing that because there are people who are afraid, and like, I don't want to scare them pretty much, but that doesn't mean that just because I saw something that's the truth. The devil is trying to scare you. Just because he's taking a form that is creepy. I had seen a hanged witch on my door when I was 19, and I had a very horrible sleeping paralysis. The fact that I saw that woman hanging on my door, that doesn't mean that this is how the devil looks like. You get what I mean? He just used a manifestation, like a theophania, like God appearance. This is how it's called. Okay? He used that to scare me. That's what the devil is doing. He's using fear as a means of submission. He's using fear. And I got scared a little bit, but my father said, turn from the other side and continue sleeping. That's what he said. And what I'm saying here is, when I hear you say, I have seen demons, no, you haven't seen demons. The demons are fallen angels, they are spirits. I'm always using the word spirit. They don't have a form. The word pneuma in Greek, pneuma, is spirit, it's breath. They are breaths. Does air have a form? No, it's not. It's a gas. So don't say I have seen it. No, he took a form to scare you, and you go and preach and say that you've seen demons, because this is what you do. You talk about the devil, whether to expose, quote, expose him, or to like glorify him, because your preaching doesn't bring glory to my dad, it brings glory to the devil with the way that you're doing it. You are scaring people, you are using scare tactics, you are using reverse psychology, you are using like manipulation, you are money grabbing person very, very much, okay? And that's not an accusation. I can't believe that a preacher actually has merch, for example. Like, you seriously sell t-shirts, Isaiah, right? Yeah, he has t-shirts. Revival lifestyle. Okay, he has t-shirts. Death is gain. So, fear of God. Death is gain. So, when you say death with big words is gain, whom are you bringing glory into, Isaiah Saldivar? Are you bringing glory to my dad? No. You're bringing glory to the god of death. You bring glory to Zeus when you glorify death like that. Then you say the fear of God. No, the fear of God in Greek, phobos theou, means respecting God. Means respecting everybody and all of them. That's what it means, like σεβασμός, phobos. It means respecting. It's unbelievable to me as a Greek have literal barbarians. I'm using the word many times these days, and that's not my intention. I'm not doing that because I have an issue with other people. I don't. But I've seen barbarians using the word we have for respect, phobos, okay. Modern day Greek word is σεβασμός. The ancient was fear, okay. That was the word for respect. It didn't mean scaring, afraid. It didn't mean that. It meant respect fully, nothing else. You are using it and you are promoting an agenda that glorifies Zeus. So he's selling t-shirts, Revival Diamond, $27. 30 pounds, 30 euros for a fucking t-shirt. So you are money grabbing. That's what I'm saying. Alright? And it's disgusting because you are doing this in the name of my dad. If you did it in the name of Zeus directly, I wouldn't mind you. But I do.
I've covered a lot of near-death experiences on the channel. Guys, hell is no joke. It is no game. It's a real place. The idea that billions of people are there right now in torment is hard to fathom, hard to grasp, but it's biblical, and Jesus warned people about hell everywhere he went. Viewer discretion is advised. Let's watch him wrap this video.
Hell is literally just a big party. Like,
Vanessa lives in Bangui, Central African Republic. Here, 3 in 4.
literally, it is just a place where you're able to hang out with no rules.
This is all clickbait, by the way. He doesn't believe this.
Imagine this earth, but with no rules. That's how
Can
hell
you
is.
see what type of people these are? They are trying to use Greek sarcasm. This is what they are doing. This is Greek sarcasm there. Okay? They are using Greek sarcasm to speak about something they don't believe into. And they are just clowns. I'm saying to you, that you did this, you are clowns because this is not how it works in Greece. And I'm saying Greece because you have been taught this mentality from Zeus. That's what I'm saying. Fuck. Because this is how the culture in Greece works, and I don't say that the culture is demonic. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that because we speak and we act in Greece in a certain manner, this helps Zeus cover some stuff that he wants to cover about his existence. Like, he wants us to know some stuff about him, but he wants to cover some other stuff, and I have covered this in my dissertation as well. I said that we don't know exactly what his name is, because the only text that reveals his true name, Satan, that's the Bible. All the other books have fake names. Zeus is a fake name, for example. It's not his real name. That's what I'm saying. To be is not his real name. His real name is Satan, Lucifer. That's his name. That's what I'm saying. So, what I'm trying to say here. Oopsie. When I have you, like, using sarcasm, which is Greek coded language, pretty much. It's like a Greek coded joke style. I think you are just exposing yourselves for what you truly are. I can't these levels. It's such a difficult, so difficult. I can't this level, fuck. 17th, of course.
Like, we can choose that. We can choose to go to a
And I
place
think he's making fun of people that say that, because people say hell's just a big party, which
There's
it
no-
isn't.
And Isaiah, is it correctly? Is it correct to make fun of people who say stuff? Is it correct? When I am making fun of you guys and I say that you are clowns, you don't like it. That's what I'm saying. I have been very vocal in many videos. I'm just saying here because I don't usually speak about that, okay? I will speak in this video. I have been vocal in many preachers and I have called them out for false prophecy on their channels directly. I have challenged them. And they have responded to me with much hatred. With a lot of hatred, like, I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, figures. Why are you mocking people? I had said to one preacher, you mock too much people. And the problem is that you are a clown, because you say stuff about my dad that are not found in the Bible, and that's crazy. And you are not supposed to be speaking like that. You have no right from God to make fun of people who don't know. Like you say, they don't know. Yeah, did Jesus make fun of those who crucified him on the cross? Didn't he say, forgive them, they don't know what they are doing? Did he mock them? Mocking is something that comes from Zeus, again, because in the Bacchae tragedy, when Dionysus told Pentheus to, like, become his devotee, he told him to dress up like a girl, and that's quoted. I don't know how it sounds to a foreigner, but for a Greek, he mocked him. He wanted to ridicule him, to humiliate him before death. Because why? Not because he was dressed like a woman. It doesn't mean something about gender. Don't get it that way. No, no, no. The meaning behind the action is that Dionysus behaves not like a devotee of the deity, but rather he behaves like how's that called? Ninth. Thank God. Thank God. He behaves like a girl. Why? Because the original dressing you had to wear as a follower of Dionysus is the goat skin, goats, the animal. Τραγωδία comes from the words τραγωδί, the song of the goat. He is a goat-shaped god in Greece, Dionysus, the god of the wine. He is dressed in the fur, in the skin of the goat. Okay, and that's what the actors were dressed up as in the orchestra. Orchestra is a Greek word. It is the stage. Orchestra. That was the stage. That's the name for the stage in Greek. You say orchestra today and you speak about music. No, no, no. It was the stage. And the ancient Greeks, when they were playing their tragedies, they were dressed like goats to mimic how the son of Zeus, Dionysus, looked like. What did Pentheus dress up as under the instructions, the clear instructions of Dionysus? Like a girl. Why? To mock him that he is not dressed like a goat. That means, I'm not gonna play this level again, I'm not. The canon, I don't like it. So not that he's dressed up like a girl, because that's a gender attack. No, that he's not dressed as a goat, like that animal. And if you're like, but Helga doesn't this religion say that if you look like an animal, that's like a bad thing or whatever? If you behave like a yes, but that's the oxymoron. Let's put it that way. That's also a Greek word, oxymoron, of the pagan world. They really have double standards about everything. And I'm not speaking about the pagans here, I'm speaking about their gods. I'm making myself clear. I'm not attacking the people that believe in these deities. They have my full respect for putting up with this bullshit, honestly. I'm speaking about the mentality that exists in these deities. It's horrendous. You don't make sense of them. They deceive, they have double standards, they behave exactly like this man is behaving. He behaved, his behavior, like what does he exhibit? He's mocking. He's saying something he doesn't really mean. The behavior of the deities in the pagan religion. And I'm gonna take it a step further. A true pagan doesn't behave like that, because even Plato said that gods deceive in the Greek mythology. I can't believe that Zeus, he says in the Republic, behaves like this. I think that he will have a better uh, behavior than me. That's what Plato said. And don't get me wrong, I believe that Plato is probably the best mystic of the world. He was. Which makes me not see him exactly favorably. Like the fact that he was such a good mystic makes me see him as something to raise my eyebrows upon, not something good. I don't see him as a good character, but as a bad person deep down. But I have to confess, as a Greek towards another Greek, that when he said, I think Zeus must be a good person, he shouldn't be deceitful and shit. I think that when he said that, he showed that he had some good morality inside of him. And if you are like, why, as a good mystic, he didn't know if Zeus is a good person? I have said this again on my channel. You know Zeus as well as a pagan, not pagan, a customer, sorry. A customer knows their supermarket cashier. They see him, they say hi, they speak a little bit about the weather, they speak a little bit about what food they have on the table that day, if the kids had good grades at school, if there's any news, I got promotion, I got fired, and stuff like that. Apart from these discussions, do you know anything else about your cashier? No. That's exactly the best case scenario relationship you can have with Zeus in the pagan world and in mysticism. Like the best relationship you can have with God in paganism is this. And that's why I say that the true God of the universe, Yahweh, is not like that. He discusses like a normal human being with you. He doesn't discuss like Zeus does, speaking the same word again and again and again. Yahweh says the same stuff many times as well, but in a vast period of time. He will say today, I'm gonna get back to you. He's gonna say it even again tomorrow, maybe in 5 months, maybe in 3 months. But he will have context. Today he will say, I will come back to you like Katniss saved the capital from coin. Then he will say about Harry Potter, then he will say about Lord of the Rings. He's making fun like a normal person, not like Zeus is doing. So now that I got this out of the way, let's continue with this, okay?
Rules. We don't have any accountability for anything, and we get to have as much you know what as we want. We get to do as much you know what as we want. Like, literally, it's fun. You don't think hell is real? Let me tell you a quick story. I was unalived on the ground for God knows how long. I don't know, because my wife, when she woke up out of bed, she turned over and she saw me on the ground, completely blue, not breathing. Something woke her up. So it could have been 5, maybe 10, it could have been 20 minutes for all we know. It could have been that massive of a miracle. But she's screaming, she's crying, she's calling out to the other tenant.
If you don't know what unalive means, it's dead. It's just a way to get past censorship of YouTube. Obviously, you guys know I don't care about censorship. My videos all get censored usually because I say crazy stuff and, you know, topics that they don't want me to cover, I cover. But we're just going to say dead. He died and doesn't know how long, but he was dead.
Stairs to come up there and to call the paramedics. And still, I'm on the ground for probably another good 5 minutes. Until an idea went through her head. To get on her hands and knees and pray to God to bring me back.
Come on.
So she did. And right as she said amen, guess who woke up?
Ready?
I sprung to my feet. As if I was never on the ground. Unalived at all. I got up, I started pacing around the room, I hear her screaming and crying, I'm like, what is going on?
Okay, okay. Good try from both of you to sound like cheap versions of Elijah the prophet. You aren't. I'm just telling you. No, you aren't. You are very much liars. You are pathetic liars. How do you say here and you say he is lying? I can't explain to you. I can't put my finger on it to explain to you. That's my job. It comes with experience. Like when a doctor sees some marks on your skin, he will say this is cancerous, this is not cancerous, this is not threatening for your life. Okay, and that's cancerous, pretty much what he says. It's a lie. They are trying. It's a bad copy of prophet, not Elijah. His student, I don't know how to pronounce his name in Elise. In Greek is Elise. I don't know how you call him in English. Elisa, I suppose. The student of Elijah, the guy that had his clothes when Elijah ascended with the chariot of fire on the heaven. That guy, he resurrected a child in the house of the woman. The woman was a widow and she had a son. Hopefully it wasn't Elijah that did this. I think I forget. I didn't sleep very well. I couldn't find my character. Fuck my life. So who did it? By the way. Okay, so it was Elijah. Okay, it was Elijah who resurrected the son of the widow, not his student. Why was his student? Elisha. Okay, Elise is his name in Greek. That's how I know him. I don't know him in English. So you are trying to copy that story, and it is evident that it is a very bad copy. And I'm here right now to expose this bullshit because it's disgusting. Like, you are trying too much to say that you were dead and she brought you back to life, and you say that she did it to make her sound like a Deborah, but it's very cheap and fake. I don't know what to say. I honestly, I feel appalled by all this. Anyways.
Was never on the ground. Unalived at all. I got up, I started pacing around the room, I hear her screaming and crying, I'm like, what is going on? She's screaming, you just died! Freaking out, you know how women are. Anyways, paramedics got there, they took me to the hospital.
Okay, so this is how women are usually. So you guys are not like that, right? Right? Oh my god. I can't say really I like my job most of times, even the best of times. I can't say it. No. You know how women are, right?
I got up, I started pacing around the room, I hear her screaming and crying, I'm like, what is going on? She's screaming, you just died! Freaking out, you know how women are. Anyways, paramedics got there, they took me to the hospital, they gave me some Narcan, everything was fine. Fast forward a few months, I call my uncle, and as I'm talking to him on the phone, I'm explaining to him what had happened. And his first response, he said, "You had a near unalived experience."
Near-death experience, NDE. We've talked about those a lot.
Plainly, I told him no, because nothing happened. I passed out, and I woke up, and I was pacing around the room, and I was fine. But he insisted, and he kept telling me that I had a near unalived experience.
Johanny? Big question of me?
These fucking advertisements all the time.
So whatever. Time goes on. A couple months later, I'm laying down in bed, and I slip into a paralysis vision. And now during this phone call, he told me, "You are going to remember that experience. God is going to show you that experience." Once I went into this paralysis state,
from
a
Zeus.
man and a woman came to my door at my bedroom, and they looked at me with these evil, wicked eyes and laughed and said,
So for those of you that might be confused, he died, went to the hospital, all that stuff. And then his wife prayed him back to life, and then I think he said it was his uncle, said, "You're going to remember what happened to you while you were dead, the near-death experience," because he didn't remember it whenever he came back. And so now, he says God is reminding him, showing him what had happened, giving him a vision of the near-death experience that he didn't remember.
"We got you now."
So Zeus showed him something, he says. Look here what he says, like these people are so manipulative, like all he says is a lie. But look what he says, that he had a vision and he forgot about it, and now Zeus has to remind him what he told him. Do you see here the Platonic methodology? That's what they are doing. And now he says that he saw, he saw a vision, and he saw demons, probably, I don't know. I honestly don't know what he saw, he will say. Fuck. And fuck my life. He will tell us now what he remembers.
Little goblin, gremlin, 3-foot tall, elf-looking demons just start flooding the room.
Okay, bestie, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Goblin looking, Elvis looking creature. Decide what mythology my father is laughing. What mythology are you following? Because you mixed elves, trolls, and goblins. What else? What else did he say?
What had happened.
Let's
giving
hear
him a
again.
vision of the near-death experience that he didn't remember.
"We got you now." And then these little goblin, gremlin, 3-foot...
Goblins and gremlins are like as tall as my thighs. Not tall at all, like they are like kids in these mythologies. And then he says 3 foot. I remember that I'm not 3 foot. I don't know this. How's that called? I will play this and I will search. I grew up with centimeters and meters. I didn't grow up with foot. Fuck you. She blocked me. Fuck my life. Like the other player, it was not my fault. Fucker. 3 feet tall. Feet. Okay, it's 3 or 4 year-old child height. Okay, I go past this because I don't know that. But then he says,
tall elf-looking demons just start...
elf-looking demons. So the elves are like people, but they look like demons, he says, so he's mixing. If you're like, what do you mean about elves? I mean the elves of Tolkien, that's what I mean. So, gremlin, goblin, Tolkien elves, and 3 feet tall, like babies. Okay. Sir, when you decide what mythology you are following, let me kindly know what the fuck you are talking about. My father is laughing. You are being a clown, and it's not funny. It's not giving. It's not giving. It's not. You get what I mean? Don't do it. That's what I'm saying. It's giving desperation. You are trying too hard to sound like Elijah. That's what I'm saying. Okay? Where is the first guy? Did he finish? He finished. Okay. Okay, so I am second and the other one is behind me. Okay.
Flooding the room. On the floor, on the walls, they're crawling on the ceiling. Once they fully envelop the room, oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. Once they fully envelop the room, bam, I was in another place.
The
The
fuck?
first thing I felt when I went into this paralysis state was complete and utter fear. A fear that truly cannot be described. So I noticed that I was in this dungeon. It was glowing red, like that red, ironically.
If you listen to near-death experiences about hell, many people, including Bo Weiss, we've had on the channel, who talked about he went to hell for 23 minutes. They almost always say they ended up in a dungeon or a prison cell. That's also in the Bible. I won't give you all the references to Scripture, but Bill Weiss talks about that, how hell talks about being shut up in its prison or shut up in its cell, and that's what this guy had. A lot of people have that experience. There's no way to describe the torment and the terror of hell. It's unfathomable, and the frustration people have that have been there, had near-death experiences, or died, went to hell, and then they got resuscitated.
Yeah, they are in prisons inside hell because Zeus is showing them that they are imprisoned by their illusions and they have to get out of the cave and see the Agathon, the sun. That's why he's showing them that they are imprisoned. It has nothing to do with the Bible, has nothing to do with my daddy, it just has to do with Zeus, okay? So what we say here is deeply demonic, deeply mystical. I'm gonna play only once more this game, then I'm gonna close the camera. I'm saying that. I'm gonna continue the video. Probably tomorrow I'm gonna come back into this topic. I'm not gonna abandon it, but for today I'm gonna finish right here. I really wanna take a bath. I haven't taken a bath for 5 days. I wasn't feeling very well. I was kind of sick. Okay, not exactly sick, but like didn't like have the appetite, like my mood, like my mental health. I wasn't okay. That's what I mean. So when I am a little bit like that, I prefer not to do shower because afterwards I might have headaches. That's the problem. Okay, again the same games. Like, give me variety, bestie. Okay.
And came back to life, is that you can't put into human words how terrifying and terrible it is. It's unbelievable.
Throughout the entire, that wasn't a coincidence, throughout the entire cave. And it was like
Cave.
blocks too. It was like
Cave, because that's what it was. It was a fucking cave. Yes. His hell is the allegory of the cave. Guys, cover it up. Cover up your bullshit. I can see your bullshit. I'm exposing your bullshit. And guess what? Guess what? I'm gonna expose the shit out of you. So if you want to make it less visible, I urge you, do something about that. Because it's visible. Okay, I am fourth.
Cinder block.
Back to life is that you can't put into human words how terrifying and terrible it is. It's unbelievable.
Throughout the entire, that wasn't a coincidence, throughout the entire cave. And it was like cinder blocks too. It was like cinder block walls. And I noticed there were people completely nude on the wall in an X. They were hanging there, kind of like medieval times. And these 3-foot little tall elf demons were peeling their exterior off and eating it.
I thought I knew what therapy was until
I don't know what the
found
fuck these
the
people are
right
taking to
therapist.
say
And
this
let me
stuff.
tell
Like,
you, game changer.
I don't know.
If that wasn't scary enough,
And one thing Bill Weiss talks about how is your body can't be destroyed, so literally they were ripping him open in hell, and then his body would regenerate, and they would rip him open again, and his body would regenerate, and they'd rip him open again. And the idea that for trillions of years you're going to be tortured and tormented is, again, unfathomable. And some of you might say, well, how could a loving God send someone there
Exactly.
to be tortured and tormented
Yes.
for a trillion years? And that's just day one after a trillion years of torture and torment, where the Bible says death cannot be found there. How could God allow that? Because people choose to reject him. Hell was not made for people. When God designed hell, it was
Okay, we will start again with the bullshit that it was designed by for the devil, not for people, as if this makes it even better. Like, that torture, we are Catholic Inquisition, that's not for good Catholics, that's for bad Protestants. That's the mentality of these people. Guys, the fact that we call you barbarians comes from the way that you see everything around you. Okay, you are the same people who used God as a means to burn people on stage. On stage, because you are clowns, like only a clown would do something like that. Greeks, when they learned what you guys did in the West, like witch trials, Salem, witch, all this stuff, like what the fuck you are doing, that was our reaction when we heard about you, like what you are doing, like you disgraced us. That's why what I'm saying. When Charlemagne was searching for a bride, he tried to marry Empress Irene of Athens of the Byzantine Empire, Athens. She was an Athenian like me. And mind you, she was not the best person in the world. She killed her son. But the church didn't allow her to marry Charlemagne because he was the reason many German people suffered under his rule, and he converted them by force, and that's disgusting for a Greek. We weren't converted by force, we were converted out of conviction because of our minds. We didn't force anybody to worship Jesus in Greece. Okay? So we didn't want to connect with the western side of the empire. For this reason, we didn't want to have anything to do with you guys, even if our empress was a child murderer pretty much, because that's what she was. She was not the best person. Some accounts say that she repented and she was actually confessing her sins pretty often, and she showed remorse for her actions. But it is what it is. I don't know. I'm just explaining how the story goes. I'm not flattening anything. Okay. So where am I? Okay, I see me. Oh, I won. Okay. And now you say all this type of crap, like that was not for that's because the loving God says they reject him, so he torments them for eternity. I don't understand the logic. I am here to tell you I don't get the logic. I'm not. It's not logical, it's crazy. And then you say, guys, he didn't made it for you, he made it for the devil. Wow, now you made him sound better, suddenly, because he didn't wanna torture me, he wanted to torture Satan. Wow.
Of torture and torment, where the Bible says death cannot be found there. How could God allow that? Because people choose to reject him. Hell was not made for people. When God designed hell, it was for the devil and his angels. It's a place completely absent of God. And people choose to go there when they reject God, when they reject Christ and don't want God. Why would God want to send you to heaven or bring you to heaven when you don't like him, when you hate him, when you mock him, when you blaspheme him, when you break all of his laws?
Because he's God. Do you understand what I'm talking about? I'm talking on behalf of my best friend here because I am tired of having you assholes making fun of my best friend. Why he would want us? Because he's God. He's not a human person to have the same wavelength of emotion and stamina like a normal human person. Then if it has the same wavelength of stamina as a person, then he is not actually God. Is there any brain deficiency we have to discuss here that makes you unable to understand what I'm talking about? The fact that he is God proves that he can do stuff unimaginable for people. So you say you're breaking all his laws. Why this? Why that? You sound like the accuser of the brethren, Isaiah. That's how you sound like. God loved the world so much, and that's why he sent his beloved son. Because he loved the world, not because the world loved him. Because God loved him. You don't understand how love works. And that's crazy because you are a preacher. When you love someone, you don't love them because they have something in them. You don't love them because you have to. You just do it. It has to do with who you are. It doesn't have to do at all with who the other person is. That's why you love them. You give freely without taking anything. Even if it means that you have to die on a cross for them. Even if when you die on the cross for them, they are mocking you. That's the definition of love. And if you don't understand what this means, you should change job. You are not qualified enough for the job. If you are a preacher and you question why would God want you if you break his laws and you mock him, if you ask seriously as a preacher this question to your audience and you don't have an answer as I have for this, I am sorry, Isaiah, you shouldn't be preaching. Okay, thank you.
So hell was not made for humans. It was made for the devil and his angels, and people choose to go there. And it is our default location. We're born into sin, and it's our default location, and Christ makes a way where there was no way. When we were at war with God, Christ makes peace with God and gives us an option.
Isaiah, learn your bullshit. You said that Jesus made the realm of hell, you said, for for the devil and his angels. This is what you said. And then you flip it and you say your by default destination was hell. So God made hell for whom? Me, the devil, both of us? What? I'm not making any sense. Isaiah, I have tried to understand you as a person, not as a theologian, not as a theologian, as a person many times in the past, and I just can't. Because you are very vain, your words come from vanity, you have issues with your vanity, you speak about your subscribers and how many numbers you do as a preacher all the time, like views and shit and likes and money, and your vanity has overthrown you pretty much. It's crazy news. We're not gonna have Bowser because the first guy has won. Okay, but you contradict yourself because of your vanity. You say that the hell realm was made for the devil and his angels, not for me, but then you say it was the default destination. What between of the two? You contradict yourself vastly.
to accept him and to serve him and to spend eternity with him, but instead we choose rebellion, we choose darkness, and end up in this
I turned to my left, and there was a concrete block, square block, with a person on it, and also they were being peeled and eaten. So not having a clue to what's going on and just absolute terror, I run and I come upon another wall. And like you would see in New York or Washington in the cities, where it's the little cellar windows, you're walking down the sidewalk in the cities and you look and there's little cellar windows and the stairs that go down, just like that. It was like a cellar window. I look into that cellar window and I see a conveyor belt, horizontal to the ground, conveyor belt. It's a long one. And I see these massive 10, 15, maybe even 20-foot red stereotypical demons. These demons were taking people, putting them on this conveyor belt, and this conveyor belt was taking them into a cremation furnace, and just one after the other. Meanwhile, they
Are you serious? Like, are these videos online on YouTube? No problem, no issue at all. But if somebody speaks about sexuality, you flag them. I have taken like 3 flags so far for sexual language. Like, are you crazy? Like, I'm speaking about this platform. Like, are you guys okay? Why is this video up and you haven't taken it down for gore? Like, 18 plus violence that it promotes. In what sense are you putting this video up? Like, don't tell me like it's money, because if it is about money, then change your rules. Change your fucking rules. Okay, we finished. I'm not making any sense, bestie. I'm not making any sense. I finished. I am 5th. I got very well today. I am proud of myself. And we will discuss the rest tomorrow. I promise that. So, for now, I'm gonna let you go. Hope you enjoyed the video. And I will see you tomorrow. So, Ze, when you find my number in your telephone, call me. Okay? Bye for now. My father says bye.